It's time for the Gettin Outdoors podcast, Town Country United Bank Lake Millis Ferry Weekend Hunting and Fishing Report. A weekly update on water conditions, ramp events, generating schedules, horse biting, and seasonal hunting information with my outdoor media analysts Joe Allen Dunn and Kevin Sims. This weekly hunting and fishing report is brought to you by the good folks at Town Country United Bank in Camden, Alabama, serving their customers for over 40 years. Town Country United Bank's highest priority is satisfied customers. Now, here's your weekend Lake Millis Ferry hunting and fishing report.
There he is. Team Bigfoot, baby. Another one on the B&B Silver Shade. Team Bigfoot in the house.
And Team Bigfoot is in the house tonight. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Gettin Outdoors podcast, 182 Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report. What a great interview with C.J. Knight, a young, and I remember that name. He's fishing with ABTs. He used to fish with the Auburn University bass team. And I'm going to tell you, he'll be here in June fishing with the ABT 100. And he just caught the second biggest alligator in the West Central Zone a couple of weeks ago. And I sat down and talked with him, and he's just a fascinating young man. I'm looking forward to seeing where he is in 10 years. But I enjoyed the conversation. Got a good crowd on here. Wayne Edgeworth tuned in. William Malone, how you doing, Lance? And old Mark Brunner, don't forget to watch out for all those phones. I know it. They're everywhere up here. Mark, don't forget to get your hunting license before tonight, too. Old Coon Hunters Outdoor Ministries tuned in. Mr. Freddie over there in Meridian, Mississippi. Al and Brooke Smith at Lock 5.
Brian Taylor
in Natchez, Mississippi. And Big Bama Bryant Taylor. He went fishing this weekend, but he said he just got out to just get off and be by himself for a while. And the number one Team Bigfoot fan, Mr. Bud Williamson, is in the house. Appreciate all. Jimmy Cook's tuned in also. Appreciate everybody tuned in. Yep, Wayne, the Alabama Crimson Tide and Auburn kickoff this Saturday. It is that time of the year. I can tell fall is in the air. Fall is in the air.
Touchdown, Alabama. Oh, wait a minute, I'm just practicing.
All right, we got some business to take care of before we get into the hunting and fishing report. I want to play y'all a video, and you saw what I put up on my Facebook page. And let me tell you, for all of y'all listening to the podcast that can't see the video, this is a video. Joe Allen is in the process now, and he just put a post up on Dunn Sports. Everybody needs to go look at, because he's trying to verify that this net could possibly be one to go in the Guinness Book of World Records, right? Joy?
It could be a world record holder, no doubt.
Now, he had in the boat with him during this video that I'm fixing to play for y'all, he had part of Team Dirty Hooker in the boat with him. And now they are alleging that the net was dry rotted from non-use.
Non-use.
No.
Joe Allen is saying that it wore out. It wore
Just
out.
wore out.
Catching too many
Yeah.
fish. So, but this is the last time the net was used. Y'all watch this. See what.
That's a big one.
Go under and go under.
Don't
pick up.
It goes right
Can't
through
pick up
the
the net extended.
What you think, Kev?
I know the net's old, but now that it was stressed at the point.
We got a net malfunction. Take the net and hold it sideways.
Joe Allen is a captain, ain't he?
Yeah.
Dang,
I run a tight ship now.
Well, it's done caught so many big fish. It done ripped out.
Scott liked that, did he?
All right. So where's the net, Joe Allen? I want to show everybody.
Let's see this wore out antique net over here.
This net, Joe Allen's trying to get it
Well,
into
it's
Guinness Book of World Records.
I know the zip ties have been in it for years. I can't verify that part.
Had the big fish just rip this thing up after,
This is the new
Yeah,
zip tie.
I done that Sunday so we could use it and netted a few more fish. But I mean, I've had this ego net for a long, long time.
Well, they need to send you a new ego net,
Yeah.
But anyhow, I want y'all to go, and I'll share it on my Facebook page when we get through with the show. But go check it out at Don Sport.
China net defect.
And look what Bud says.
Sabotage.
He says Team Dirty Hooker sabotage that net.
It is very much.
He told one of them razor blade knives in his pocket.
Your mama's tuned in.
Hey, Mom.
Oh yeah, Todd said he came by Dunn Sports
He
today.
was by that day. I was going out when he came in. I said, "Big Daddy's waiting, but I gotta hurry."
But he's been over there. He did an interview with David Gaston today. Now he got his ears full.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still editing data.
All right, everybody. We want to start off.
Lance right there, he said it looks like a man on the sporting goods store would have a new net all the time.
Well, yeah,
that makes
really.
good sense,
That
Lance.
sure does. That sure does. Your mama said, "Hey, Kevin." All right, y'all. It's going to be a great show today. Let me go. We'll start off with I did call. Now, listen to this schedule for the Millers Ferry Powerhouse and the Jones Bluff Powerhouse tomorrow, September the 1st, from midnight to 7 a.m. at Millers Ferry. They'll have 2 units running. And then from 12 to 1, 2 units running. And then from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m., 3 units running. And then from 10 to midnight, 2 units running. That's Millers Ferry. At Jones Bluff, from 12 o'clock midday to 8 o'clock, 4 units running. I've never seen them. They usually do it at the same time, but it's changing. Everything's changing. This fall transition is in the air, boys.
Well, that water today, when I got the water temperatures, it was low. I mean, you could see the what we call our crankbait stump. It was out of the water.
Yeah.
So
now the water last weekend, I don't know what they did. They sucked it down as low as I've ever seen it at Ellis's. You couldn't hardly launch at Ellis's Landing. And below Claiborne, I mean, they said they were working on the dam at Claiborne, but I don't know why they would have pulled it down up here to do that.
Well, they got a spillway. They got to get it done low enough it won't go over it.
Yeah. Well, the Crappie Gypsy's tuned in. He's coming this weekend. And also, you see the video Shane put up about using those bait casting reels. I ain't buying into that. Usually everything Shane puts up, I go buy one, but I ain't biting. I ain't biting on the casting reels. I'm gonna stick with my spinning reel, with my Dunn Sport spinning reel, my Mr. Crappie. But you can't get the rods no more.
No,
But,
I checked on those Shimano rods and they back ordered too.
yeah,
so.
that's what I'm afraid. I need me a rod, but I'll.
I got one you can have. There's some there in the house there leaned up against the wall.
All right, the river temperatures was 88 degrees, and in the sloughs it's back up to 92. So that
92.
cool water's done warm back up mighty quick.
So we said that last week. We got a little taste of fall. It wasn't that mean we had fall.
That's right. We said it was going to change.
Yeah.
All right, let me say one more time. The licenses expire. Your 21, 22 hunting, fishing, bait privilege license, night hunting license, all of them expire tonight at 12 o'clock. Now, all of you guys that's got a lifetime hunting and fishing license, they don't expire hunting and fishing, but the bait privilege license, and if you night hunt coyotes and hogs, you have to buy them whether you have a lifetime license or not. Nobody's exempt from them, so remember that. I do want to also mention that Safford Hardware, Safford Equipment has had their website hacked or something, and now be real sure when you go to buy something on their website that it's the right website. I know they're working on it right now, but Keith said to be sure when you go to www.saffordequipment.com, you're not going to saffordequipment.net or .org or some other website, because somebody has hacked into them, and you might buy something and you might not get it. So be very, very careful if you're buying something off the internet. Now, they still got it wide open, but just be careful. That's happening way too much now. All right, let's see. Anything else y'all got?
This is Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend coming up.
And I can tell you from experience that the state troopers are not playing. It's click it or ticket, and they pulled me over, and I thought, well, I put it on, and then I said, well, he come after. He said, well, it looked like you didn't have it on. I said, well, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't have it on.
Yeah.
And I thought honesty would go a little bit with them.
Yeah.
It don't. It don't.
Thank you, Mr. Dunn.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. And so, but I wasn't going to lie to him. I just ain't that kind of person. But it sure put a bad taste in my mouth.
How much is that? $125?
No, it's less than. It's about $45, $50, something like that.
Yeah,
I can tell you that
no
from experience. I had one about. This is my second one in about a month. You know,
you're a
habitual offender,
a repeat offender. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, if that
2
guy
strikes and
don't
he's
like,
going to jail.
they don't fit real good. So,
well, you need to buckle up.
Yeah.
Click it. So everybody out there, heads up, state troopers. I saw one gassing up at the QV today, and I usually don't see them around here in the daytime, but they are everywhere. Yeah, this weekend, the only thing I know going on this weekend, Kevin, you going fishing, and I think Gilberttown's having a club tournament at the Demopolis.
It's an open tournament.
It is an open tournament.
Yes, open tournament. You know, it probably won't be a big turnout because of dove season and stuff like that. But
yeah, dove season comes in.
It's one of their fundraisers that they do. Brody Tristan's in that club. Me and him gonna go over and fish, I think.
Well, good luck. Good luck to you. And I was kind of worried about the landing getting underwater, but that last rain is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen. I mean, we had 5 inches here, and the creek didn't even come up like it usually does. What happened? What was that all about? The river didn't never get up that high. I mean, it is just. I've never seen it like that.
Well, at my house, the rain, it did come up like that, but now it came up as fast as I've ever seen it come up. It was 10 foot wide and 3 foot deep in the ditch in front of my house.
Yeah.
And in 20 minutes, it was gone, and you could have cut grass out there.
That water came down through mine and Tommy Gregory's driveway like a creek. It washed his trash can all the way down the road. I've never seen it do that before.
But it came and gone. You know, it did. But now the ground was dry. It was hot, been hot. You know.
All right, let's get into this week's hunting and fishing report. We'll start off with the catfish, and we've already talked about the Team Bigfoot versus the Dirty Hooker net controversy. And Joe Allen, though, I can tell y'all once again, if you go look at those pictures that he just put up on the Dunn Sports page, and I'll share them to my page after this show, you got a pretty good list of fishing accomplishments with that net.
And that's just that ain't even a tenth of them. I mean, we didn't have none of mine, yours, and Kevin, and all that. There's been countless more.
Well, some of those pictures of Joe Allen's children, they children. Now all Joe Allen's children are grown. So I mean, it's that old, for sure.
Yeah. So the Guinness work, they gonna analyze all it.
Yeah, we're gonna present.
They had to do some carbon testing on it. Maybe we can figure out exactly how old it is.
All right, now here's the catch of the week, y'all. My old buddy David Smith went jugging Saturday morning at Ellis's Landing. And now let me tell you, he had a good day. That is a good mess of fish right there.
Well, the moon and stars all lined up for this weekend for jugging. It did. It really did.
Well, he did gum show. That was David Smith Saturday morning. I don't know where he was jugging, if he was long lining or short lining. But that's a good mess of fish last Saturday morning. I guarantee you that. And all right, David Smith, and then Brian went. I told you he went, but I think he was mostly meditating out there. He went out there and just said he just sat back and put the lines out. He caught us some little fish, but he just said he just needed to clear his mind. It ain't a better place in the world to get out there and anchor down, especially in that boat of his. I saw that boat coming through Camden, and I swear, he's got lights on his rods. It ain't no doubt when you see Brian coming through the
his rod holders, they all LED lit.
Yeah,
and they glow, and they got that fluorescent rods. They make them rods glow in the dark. They pretty cool.
And I got him. I got you some stickers ordered from Brett Lofton down there at Southern Advertising in Monroe. They should be here pretty quick, Brian. We're gonna sticker you up with that Getting Outdoors sticker. But that's all the catfishing I know about. Except y'all had a good day. I know we ate some good catfish Sunday night.
We ate a few last night.
Yep.
Catfish and squash.
Mm-hmm. And y'all were long lining looked like too, Joel.
Yeah, we had all long lines out. Used skipjack for bait. We had some still froze in the freezer, and I got out with a cast net too Sunday morning and threw it some, and they're all about like that. You catch the little what is that, thread fin, whatever shad, about like that.
Yeah.
Caught some bigger gizzard shad, but the others need about another month, and then me and Kevin going to have to go a search and destroy and fill the freezer up again.
Alcatraz.
There you go. All right. Well, if you're coming catfishing this weekend, I guess everything's in play. Tight lining in the river. They're moving the river a little bit. Long line jugging. What about getting in the sloughs with the short line, the 6-foot lines, Kevin?
I wouldn't say the slough fishing really, but now the flats where with a good current, where on the lower end we got several flats there where you get some current across 10 foot of water, 7 foot of water, like that. I wouldn't be scared to use an intermediate or a short line jug. It's obvious that we underestimated short line jugs a little bit this year. That you can still catch them on a short line jug. It's just about placement, about where you put them at.
And I sure thought about our buddy Lonnie Ray when that river started rising.
Yeah.
We all know where he would have been the other day. All right, let's go to crappie fishing. They didn't send it to me, but I'm a Facebook troller. And I saw where old Mark Bolden and Mike Letkins had a pretty good weekend this weekend. Mm-hmm. And do you know anybody else that crappie fish this weekend?
Oh, I did.
You did?
Yeah, I did. We started out fishing, Saturday morning. It was crappie fishing. Mm-hmm. We didn't put the jugs out till Saturday evening, but I fished all day long and did not get. I got one bite and got one up top water about that long.
Really, I do remember.
And that was it. And Donna, she had her minnows. and I'm live scoping, putting it on 'em, and she put hers in there. I said, "You fish get a bite," and sure enough, the cork wiggled a little bit, and then he nibble, went back down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we eat chitlins. We usually boil them in crab oil and then fry them.
Yeah, I don't like no boiled chitlins. I like fried. I like them fried, and I do eat pickles pig feet. I've never eaten anything but pickles pig feet.
Now, when did we turn over to eating chitlins? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kevin put that on the
Well,
I have ordered a pork belly. I'm finna cook a pork belly. I've never done. I've been research watching on TV, even building me a little small smoke pit. But I'm finna cook a pork belly.
We are in the process, or at least in the conversation stage, of a YouTube channel with Todd and Joe Allen. And Kevin, me and you might have to be the assistant. I don't know what to call it. We'll have to be the
editors, producers, yeah, that kind of thing, yeah.
But anyway,
there's Jason on there.
Hey, Jason, he finna go fishing that big Crappie Masters tournament over in Grenada. Mm-hmm. And but anyway, cooking is. I'm gonna tell you that dead gum stale Crocker. He woke him up over here in Montgomery the other night. That joker, no, he's got it going on, and I think Todd and Joe Allen can do the same thing. I really do. But all right, crappie fishing. If you're coming crappie fishing this weekend, you don't know because you didn't catch
whatever Joe Allen's doing. Do the opposite.
Do like Shane. Do like Shane. You just got to go through the stumps.
We went there and looked for them, and I couldn't find them.
I'm sure that area was muddy, but
yeah, it was real muddy.
Saturday. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all what. I'm gonna tell you that dead gum Liddell Slough, the Buzzard's Roost, and Alligator Slough. I mean, those three right there.
We stopped in Liddell's and tried it there. Really? We fished all the way to the bridge. And I said, "What? Maybe there's some on the bridge." We looked there, wasn't nothing there. The fish we saw would turn on it. I even carried about 4 rods with something different on every one of them, and threw, and it just didn't work for me.
Well, when we talked to Shane and talked to some of the other guys, it looks like the standard is, you find that 9-10 foot of water like that, you start right there.
Yeah.
And then you either go shallower or you go deeper. It depends on what you're seeing. If the fish are, really in a
everybody ain't got a live scope though.
That's true, but I mean, you don't have to. If you find stumps, and you got a depth finder and tell how deep it is. You start in that depth and work those stump fields, and you kind of like do that, and then you let the fish tell you whether to work shallower or work deeper.
Look at what Shane said. I'll be able to tell you where they aren't by Monday. I'll catch your bunch. That's what Joe Allen did. He can tell us where they ain't.
Well, I think it's if you hit the right fish that are feeding, that's
the right time on the time.
It all, and this time of year is at time it is more of a narrow window. Where in the spring or in the fall when it gets cool, it's a big wide window they feed.
You got to realize what time of the year it is.
Yeah.
That water is hot.
Yeah.
And those fish they're just not as active as they are when that water starts cooling off now. Boom, boom,
exactly.
Boom.
That's what John, he just made a comment about the thermocline, and that's an interesting conversation. Our lake is sometimes it's hard to see the thermocline because of it's a generation lake. And on the lower end, we have a lot of fluctuation with the water. And I guess sometimes, you'll go some places and their water be going one direction on the top and the other be going the other way. So it kind of makes our thermocline where it's really odd.
Well, it's not odd. It's just hard to identify like it is.
Well, I mean, sometimes you can see it on your depth finder and it'll be 4 foot. And then the next time you see it, 100 foot up the bank, it may be 20 foot. I mean, it just kind of makes it hard to fish the thermocline like you do when you go to some of these other lakes.
That's why I've always said Middle Ferry is like Jekyll and Hyde. It can change so quick.
Yeah. No doubt about that.
It's
it can change from morning to afternoon.
Exactly.
And that's what Shane that morning, he didn't do nothing, and he hit them fish about 11 o'clock. And
that barometer helped Shane that day. He hit that barometer where you had a high pressure sail come in, and when it moved out, they just like bam when it did that. But
all right, let's move on. Crappie fishing. If you're coming crappie fishing, you're gonna have to hunt them. But if you find them, you can catch them. I
Exactly.
guarantee you. All right, let's go to bass fishing. I want to put this up, y'all, because I know everybody that fished in Miller's Ferry remembers Mike Norwood. He owned Heads Outdoors. That's his grandson, Buddy. Do you think he would have been proud of that right there? That's Buddy Norwood. Look at that smile. Looks kind of like Mike.
Yeah, he's straining right there holding that fish up.
I see I think it weighs 7.5 pounds.
Yeah.
But now I don't know if he caught him in a pond or a river. It don't matter.
That's
it
right.
Don't matter.
He's in the boat.
He's in the boat, and I wanted to put that up there. And old Mike Norwood will
He's
be
smiling
mighty,
at that.
mighty proud.
He's going to be a candidate for that high school
Yes, sir.
fishing team.
All right, Kevin. Bass fishing. Y'all going to Demopolis? Let's start with Demopolis. What's your pattern? What you gonna do?
I don't really know. I ain't heard anything of what you're going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to start out with, I'm going to fish round, near, in a cut, close to a cut. I'm going to try to fish, I'm going to start trying the grass. The Demopolis usually has a little grass in the river. Fish it close, close to the cuts, within 50 yards. And if the fish are not in the grass around the cuts, then I'm going to start fishing the wood. And I kind of feel like the wood's going to be the deal. Probably throw a swim jig, square bill crankbait, shaky head out in front of the tops, on the tops, fish them on the edge before I get up in them, or either I throw a swim jig or something in there that I ain't gonna get hung up with before I go over in the top. But I'm gonna start the grass near the cuts, I imagine, then probably work wood. But it's kind of this transition, it's crazy. We get it start coming a thunderstorm like that. It may shoot up in French Creek and run all the way to the bridge back there like that and just smoke them on them banks coming out of there. In 2 foot of water. But the weather, before I run in there and do that, the weather's going to have to tell me to do it. Or go to rattlesnake.
Fish.
Yeah, go to fish. The first hour or two, we're going to be kind of like trying to figure out something, But where we're going to start, we're going to fish. We're going to try to get around some cuts. Not necessarily fishing a cut. We're going to get around some cuts and some, grass and wood.
Well, like Shane's saying, there cloudy and raining this weekend.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
he also said it's going to be low in Demopolis this
right.
weekend.
So that means it's going to be some big stringers caught. Sounds like to me.
I wish they'd live feed the weigh-in. Why don't y'all do that, Kevin? You know how to do that?
I don't know if I can or not. I might.
All right. Well, what about Miller's Ferry? If you're coming to Miller's Ferry, I've been seeing. I ride down there once or twice a week, and I've been seeing old Tommy Bridges. He's been fishing pretty regular down.
Tommy goes there most every day.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be the same thing. It's going to out in the river, current. Current's a little bit more of a factor. Current's good at Demopolis too. Don't get me wrong, but the timing whenever the powerhouse they control the current. Whenever you say it's going to cut on at 1 o'clock, so you need to be where you want to be by 2. Because of that first spot, and it's such a timing deal. Crankbaiting, Carolina rig, shaky head, swim jig, on the riverbank, flipping in your grass in the riverbank. But when crankbait fishing, this is the time of year when you start finding them schools, and it's not such a like in the summertime, it's really, really hammered on an angle. You can have the boat position off 3 or 4 foot and not get a dang bite. Throw it in the same spot, move over and go to catching them. Well, the fall's a little more forgiving. You can have a little bit of the schools are bigger and they get more competitive for the food, so you can start catching them.
And Al Smith, he's at Lock 5. He said the water is already back down, Kevin. So. Josh Robinson wants to know if you got any 20 gauge dove shells, Joy.
Yeah, we got just some regular game load. We done sold all the high brass we had. I found some high brass and started to order some more, but they was gonna cost me $190 a case. And Bubba said, "Don't get those things. We can't make no money on those." We got some, low brass, in the $130 range, but I studied on it and I kind of agreed with Bubba that that's gonna be. I'd have to sell them so high folks get a bad taste in their mouth. So I left them alone.
All right, the pond fishing. I got this picture. Let me find this picture that I got the other day from my friend Bunny Bales up in Tuscaloosa, and she sent me this. This is her grandchildren, Mitch Bales' kids, Gentry 7 and Jemison 3 years old. Now that right there makes old Big Dad tick right there. When you see them kids out there enjoying that pond fishing like that, look at them. Look at them. They concentrating on them rods.
Mm-hmm. They
And-
fishing.
And that's
That's right.
what they need is look like that. Don't put them in a boat, carry them out
That's right.
all day long and burn them out. Let them go and fish the pond close to the house or something and come back in when they get
Go over
hot.
in the shade, drink a
Yeah.
Kool-Aid, and play
Get
a
a
wolf
Kool-Aid.
ball.
Kool-Aid.
Look at that picture
bologna
on the
sandwich
bottom
and-
left. That's a pretty darn good fish right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But that was in, I don't forgot where she told me they were. In Hoboken. Where is Hoboken, Alabama? I
Between
don't-
Sweetwater and Exmoor.
Okay, well, that's where they were. Pond fishing.
That's down in my part of the world.
That's close to Joelle's mama's house.
Mhm. And it's wide open. All you need to check with all the Alabama public lakes now, because they are changing their hours of opening now, and it's getting to the end of the season. So, before you go to the Bibb County Lake or the Dallas County Lake or the Monroe County Lake or the Washington County Lake, we ain't got a report on that lake in a long time. But check with them and make sure that they are open. Dove season opens up at 12 o'clock. You can go listen to the podcast me and Joe Allen did about dove season. It's going to be hot this weekend. Could be raining. Joe Allen, give them a few pointers. They going to the dove field. And you going, so tell me, what are you preparing for weather conditions and everything?
All right, this is what I'm going to have plenty water to drink for sure. I carry me a comfortable chair. I carry me a couple of mojos and a tree and decoys.
What about them flickers? You get some of them flickers?
Yes, I got them in today. And the other thing I'm carrying, because of the weather may get bad, I thought about carrying an umbrella. Then I said, no, I got a tent, for like I bought to have set up for us on the crossbow hunt. And I said I can pop that tent out.
Pop-up blind.
Yeah, pop the blind and put it over my stuff if it starts raining hard and be all right. I can sit up in that blind till the rain quits, So that's what I'm going to do. And I think if any of you got a pop-up blind there with you, carry it with you and just have it there just in case to open up, covers everything up, and you don't have to run out of the field, or just sit there and get wet.
Yeah.
Well, who's going to pop it up for you? That's what I want to know.
I can pop it. Them things you pull out of the bag, that thing you throw it up in there.
Get
and
it out, ain't no
open.
problem. Put it back in that bag.
Together. Yeah, that's like them pop-up tents.
Miss Danny, Miss Glory was watching.
I know it. I saw that, man. I appreciate it. I miss old Danny down at McDonald's grocery.
Me too.
Crenshaw County Lake is being shut down for the next 2 years for repairs and restocking, I'm sure,
Yeah.
John. So that's what I'm talking about. Y'all, if you're planning on going fishing in one of our Alabama public lakes, be sure and check before you go.
You better mark your calendar. They going to have it down for 2 years then. When they open the door on that thing, I'd want to be there.
Jarrett, I don't know what my favorite dove recipe is because Joe Allen is my personal chef, and I don't think he's ever cooked us any dove.
Yes, I have.
Have you?
Yeah, dove and dumplings one time.
Okay,
Didn't I?
that's
Yep,
right.
one
That's
time,
right. That's
yeah.
right. One time.
It was enough for about 2 people.
Yeah, that's right. We ain't never had enough to cook for everybody.
Not for like a big eat.
But that might change this year because I'm telling you now, I went out there Friday afternoon. I know y'all saw the video of the Possum Bend Dove Club, and I spent a little time out there with that drone, and the doves like to knock the drone out the sky. I'm telling you. Rick got some doves. I promise you that. All right, Kevin, rodeo. We ain't had a rodeo report in a while. I'll tell you now, you got some good news.
Yeah, got to get some good news. We're finna get started traveling. Brody wasn't really looking to qualify to go to Las Vegas, but kind of by default, when they sent score sheets in, boom, he had enough qualified drives through the JRHA, I think is what it is, but it's a Junior Rough Stock High School Association, and he had enough points, before he broke his arm, so that looks like we're going to be trying to plan a trip to Arkansas to Las Vegas. It'll be November the 30th, and
you need sponsors too. If anybody wants to pitch in $25,
we're gonna try to do
we'll
something.
Put a sticker on his
vest or his jack or whatever. Yeah, but we're gonna do something. I don't know. I may raffle a gun off. I'm not sure. But gonna be 4 days, probably 5 days out there. He'll get 2 horses for sure. Then the short go for the championship if he makes that. He has to do a media day. It'll be a big experience. The NFR will be out there the same weekend. Cowboy Christmas is out there the same weekend. There'll be 200,000 or 300,000 cowboys there, and it'll be a big venue. The Las Vegas Convention Center is where the arena will be. There'll be a life-size poster hanging in there of Brody. It's gonna be a big experience. Whether that we ever get to go back again, because his age will stop him from this association. He'll be and his college rodeo stuff. In 2 weeks, we'll go to Marshall, Missouri, and then 2 weeks after that, we'll have the home rodeo at UWA in Livingston, and then 2 weeks from that, we'll be back in Missouri. Then 2 weeks after that, we go to Monticello, Arkansas, and then 2 weeks after that, we go to Murray, Kentucky, and then 3 days later, we'll fly to Las Vegas for the big show.
Well, we'll keep up with him, and you might miss. Maybe you can come in live from Las Vegas.
That's right. There. Well, getting outdoors on his back right there. I'll show come in live like that. We get it going.
All right, congratulations to Brody. I hope he does good. I hope he rides 8 seconds every time he crawls on.
Yeah, we got some new equipment that I ordered. It'll be here in 8 or 10 weeks. I ordered today, so I'm hoping that's gonna make a difference.
Yeah. All right, Joe Allen, done sports. Dove season comes in. Everybody's gearing up to plant food plots, and it's hot. You got some of those lightweight clothes, all the Dove decoys. You said you got the flickers in today.
Snake leggings, please.
Snake leggings,
yeah. Got everything.
Snake boots.
It's just what you need. Come by there. If you forgot it at home, we got it. Come get it. Don't do without.
Miss Dottie said baked spice fruit with Dove and gravy. That sounds good.
It does sound good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, TLC special teal season comes in next weekend. And have y'all seen any? I usually see them when I'm crappie fishing.
I saw one when we was picking up jugs. Now you talking about good eating? Now that's good
I
eating.
I've never eaten a teal, but I can tell you what, when you out there sitting on a crappie hole thinking about nothing, and they fly by, you can hear them.
Oh yeah.
And when you turn around, they go by like a jet.
Yep.
And squirrel season and rabbit season comes in next on September the 10th. Goose season and dove season in the North Zone comes in this weekend, September the 3rd. And the South Zone dove season comes in on September the 10th. So it's official. Hunting football season is officially kicking in this weekend. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready for the weather to cool off a little bit. All right, anything else y'all got? I done about went over everything I got. Great to have everybody in the house today. But let me tell you, Joe Allen, we got a backup co-host now when you ain't here. Old Shane will come on, and he can he's an entertainer now.
He can cover my spot real good.
Yeah, he sure can. He's good. Now he's coming this weekend. And, y'all gonna put out some steak bids.
Yeah, it's a working fishing weekend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
I see. I'm getting rooted out this little deal here now.
I know you ain't getting rooted out, because I would love to have you and Shane in the boat doing something like that. When you, Joe Allen, you can sure be the captain then. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week, same time, same channel for the Getting Outdoors podcast, Town Country, United Bank, Hunting and Fishing Report. See y'all next week. Have a great weekend.
Pap taught me every critter's track and how to set a hair trigger on a trap. He taught me to shoot, scale, and skin and make a snare with a leather strap. He taught me to be a part of the woods and all his woodsy tricks. Said you gotta walk soft on 2 light feet and try not to break no stick. I thank Daddy for my savvy, how to hunt and how to carry anything that I might need to get a piece of skillet meat. sneak, stalk, and climb and do